Special Envoy for Russia and Ukraine, Steve Witkoff, praised the progress in the peace negotiations. The U.S. recently held the first trilateral meeting with officials from both Moscow and Kyiv. NTD's international correspondent, Arian Postar, has more.
I personally asked President Putin not to fire into Kyiv and the various towns for a week, and he agreed to do that.
President Trump on Thursday saying civilians in Ukraine are suffering from extreme cold, sometimes made worse due to Russian attacks. Russian strikes on energy infrastructure leave many Ukrainians without heating in their apartments, with temperatures dropping to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. As the fighting continues, the U.S. keeps working on a peace deal between the two sides. Over the weekend, U.S. officials met with Russian and Ukrainian counterparts simultaneously for the first time.
We think we made a lot of progress. The talks will continue in about a week, but lots of good things happening between the counterparties.
Special Envoy Steve Witkoff added that the different sides discussed a land deal on how to divide occupied territory, a security protocol agreement for security guarantees after the fighting ends, and a prosperity agreement which aims to rebuild Ukraine after the war. The next meeting between the three parties is scheduled for next week Sunday. The Kremlin on Thursday said the talks might last for 2 days if needed. And this coming Sunday, Russia is scheduled to meet with Ukraine directly, without U.S. involvement. The Kremlin on Thursday declined to say what the topics of discussions would be.
Thus, the details will be finalized before the meeting and the modalities will be finalized by Sunday. Everything will be done to ensure the possibility of continuing the dialogue.
The spokesman also declined to confirm whether Russia and Ukraine had agreed to a ceasefire on energy infrastructure. The European Union on Thursday saying Russia is making use of the winter, trying to gain advantage on the battlefield.
Russia is failing to win on the battlefield, so it tries to weaponize winter. Now, energy is the new front line.
In order to weaken Russia's strength, the EU on Thursday added Russia to its anti-money laundering blacklist, aiming to slow down and increase the cost of transactions with Russian banks. Arian Pastar, NTD News.